Well, we got our second round of rainfall yesterday and then a third round overnight. Now we have the edge of the cloud base. We have nothing but clear sky behind it. There might be a few spots where we see a few clouds moving around, but we're going to predominantly have a sunny setup. Last bit of rainfall now getting to the southeast of Ottumwa. Front is well past us. We have the north wind as far south as all the way to Springfield, Missouri. So we have easily had the front pass. We've just had a little bit of lift kind of on the back side of that. Rainfall totals, this is the last 24 hours. So areas maybe like Lamona might be one of the more accurate just because they didn't see rainfall until about 8 or 9 yesterday. But you see a lot of blank spots. Some areas did just get rainfall early on yesterday, and that was the end of it. But for the most part, anywhere from around half an inch to just over an inch. For the majority of us, we did have a few spots like Marshalltown that just missed out completely. Ottumwa really never got a good downpour out of that. But we are at least looking forward to this moving off, giving us some sunshine. Now, this will put us down where most of us are starting our lows this morning in the upper 40s to right around 50. And then this afternoon, seeing that slow climb back into the mid 60s, if we can get that high after we've seen some areas like Carroll are sitting at 45 this morning. Wednesday morning, that one's going to be a cold one. We're all down into the 40s. That afternoon, sending us back into the upper 60s, which will be that standard 23 to 26 degree warm up with this dry air. But the main other factor is that the wind starts moving to the south. So this is also where this warming trend kicks off that will put us back in the upper 70s by this weekend. But for the moment, kind of hard to think about the upper 70s when we're down into the 40s for a few areas. Atlantic, Perry, Carroll, Fort Dodge, Iowa Falls, all have had the maximum amount of time with the clear sky based on this setup. They were able to get down into the 40s, but Ames and southward still holding on to some cloud cover. And we still have some time to see this cloud cover move off and maybe drop off a degree or two. Just timing of it is a little critical in that regard. But 5 to 7 mile per hour wind out of the north means the wind chill factor will be limited, but the drier setup will be supported. Now, we are also in that time of year where it's not just going to dry up completely. We're still probably going to have a soggy ground for the majority of the day, but by tomorrow morning, things should be looking a bit better. Now, this is where we start seeing those upper 30s start creeping in potentially. We've got areas like Fort Dodge and Iowa Falls getting very close to that low 40s to right around the upper 30s line. Doesn't look like we're going to hit it, but it's still a possibility. We've got the upper 60s for this afternoon, and then going into Thursday, colder air stays off towards the east because we have the south wind taking over in the west a little bit sooner, and that will start bringing us back into the 70s, maybe not on a widespread basis Thursday, but for the rest of this weekend for sure. So the bus stop, starting off with sunshine. Most of us should at least a clear sky this afternoon while it is sunny. Still a bit of a chill factor, 65 degrees. So for today, it is the mid 60s. It is cooler, it is sunny. We've had our last little bit of rainfall very early on this morning, setting everything up for this afternoon's dog walk to be fantastic. I have tried to figure out how to say this guy's name. I'm just going to say Leorio. Go with that. Sure. 3-year-old terrier. He's at the main spot for the Animal Rescue League. He's ready to go outside. Dogs don't bat an eye at mid 60s outside. Neither should you. Now this weekend, upper 70s come back. Clouds start to move back in as well, but rain chances stay fairly quiet until we get to Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Joseph?
All right, thank you, sir. Here's a look at traffic.